Meeting will be broadcast live on CTN Cable Channel 19, ATT Channel 99, and online at a2gov.org/watch-CTN. To speak at public comment, please call 206-337-9723 and enter meeting ID 932-8112-0347 or join via Zoom using the link provided on the agenda. I would like to call to order our meeting tonight, everyone. Welcome to the Wednesday, October 1st, electronic meeting of the Ann Arbor Public Art Commission. This is being held electronically, but we intend to conduct this meeting similarly to an in-person meeting. Public comments will be via telephone or Zoom. To speak during any of the public comment opportunities, please call 206-337-9723, enter meeting ID number 932-8112-0347 or join via Zoom. This information is also available on the published agenda in the public notices section of the city website and on the broadcast of this meeting on CTN Channel 19. So this meeting is being called to order at 7:02.
Okay. I'll now call roll. Please say here and from when you're dialing when your name is called. Commissioner Harrison? I'm sorry, Councilmember Harrison? Okay. Commissioner Buford? Okay. Commissioner Buke?
Allison Neal here in Ann Arbor.
Okay, let me change that. Sorry about that. Commissioner Thiefels?
Present in Grass Lake.
Commissioner Kotarski?
Here from Ann Arbor.
Commissioner Porter?
Present Ann Arbor.
Commissioner Fuller has shared her regrets that she'll be unable to join us. Commissioner Veer Leonard?
Here from Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Okay. Commissioner Jordan?
Here from Michigan, from Ann Arbor.
And Commissioner Carter?
Here from Ann Arbor.
With that, we do have quorum.
I think you have Commissioner Buford here as well.
Do I?
Yes, well, I can see him. He may not.
Okay. Commissioner Buford?
Jamal Bufford, present, Ypsilanti Township.
Thank you.
Welcome, everybody. There are two items on the consent agenda, approval of the agenda and approval of the minutes. Are there any modifications to the consent agenda that people see at this moment? The consent agenda includes the two attachments that you received, both the minutes from last month and tonight's agenda. I hear no modifications. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented? Peggy and John, second.
Yes.
All those in favor, please say yes.
Aye.
Yes.
Yes.
Any noes? The consent agenda is officially approved. So this is the public comment portion. Do we have anybody in the wings?
No,
No.
not at this time.
I challenge everybody. I challenge you all to pick someone to come comment. Let's try this out. I don't know about reading that phone number and that ID. Is that somewhere? Can we like put that somewhere so people can see it?
Yeah, I believe that information is available on the newly edited Ann Arbor Public Art Commission website.
Heck yeah, okay. So, and refer to the website for the information. All right, so we are now kind of moving into our agenda here. I do have a question though, Chris. At what point can we welcome our new commissioners?
Uh, I would say,
Is that-
yeah, now it's a good time to welcome the two new commissioners. They've been fully vetted by City Clerk's office, so they're very official.
That's exciting. Well, welcome Jenna and John.
Thank you.
Hooray. Very exciting.
Happy
Thank
to.
you.
Thank you all.
Have them tell us a little bit about themselves. Can we do that? Mary's frozen.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, the screen froze. I don't.
Can we have them tell us a little bit about themselves?
That's exactly what I was just going to suggest. Yeah, if Jenna and John would take a few minutes, we would love that.
Yeah, I can start. I'm Jenna Jones Carter. I went to grad school here in Ann Arbor, 2006 to 2009, in landscape architecture at what was the School for Natural Resources and Environment. Moved around a bunch and then moved back here in 2019. I've been working in landscape architecture since then, and mostly in the public sector. So a big part of my practice is creating outstanding public spaces for people. My firm, Site Design Group, is based in Chicago. I work remotely, but we do landscape architecture and urban design all over the US. Yeah, I was saying this to John and Marianetta at the beginning, but really just interested in becoming a bigger part of the Ann Arbor community. And also, you know, public art is so integral to what I do in my profession that it feels like a nice fit to be able to sit here on this commission with all of you and contribute to all of the great things going on in the city. So
Great.
thanks for having me.
Welcome.
Welcome.
I guess I'll take it from there. Yeah, John Jordan. I am a native Ann Arborite, newly returned in 2020 during the pandemic. I'm an architect, also a graduate of the University of Michigan and Yale University. Both my undergraduate degree from Michigan and my master's from Yale. I have over 20 years of experience in architecture, and I've lived in several large cities since I grew up in Ann Arbor. And came back from China during the pandemic to work here, mostly in Detroit with various clients. Really excited about what's happening in southeastern Michigan, especially Ann Arbor and Detroit area, and excited to be a part of the Art Commission. I've also done a lot of public art projects across the world in my career. I think that's part of the reason why I was invited to join, and yeah, excited to make an impact and be a part of, you know, what we can do together to make the art commission actually, you know, have some success in the city, and also create more public art that, you know, can have impact, and I'd say kind of, you know, agitate public space in a way that it is a benefit to all.
Great. Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah, that's great. Welcome, both of you. Certainly, I'm sure you'll have a lot of questions, and feel free. Our meetings are very conversation based. We used to meet in person. We've been meeting over Zoom since the pandemic. There is talk of maybe going back to person, but I think everybody is enjoying this format right now. So yeah, feel free to chime in if you have questions throughout the meeting. It's really fine. And we can schedule a time to get together. We did find out that we could have an informal maybe orientation or hangout. I forget what we're supposed to call it, where the commission could meet to welcome the two of you sort of in a unofficial way, right, Chris? Kind of, yeah. So maybe we can figure that out so we can all get to know each other in person a little bit more. So we're happy you're here. Okay, very good. Oh yes, I have it here too. So we're moving on to business, and we do have, last month, we had a pretty lengthy discussion about the budget cuts for arts across the state of Michigan. And the commission feels very passionate about lobbying to the city as much as possible to stress the importance of the creative voice in our community, the impact that arts have made in Washtenaw County and specifically Ann Arbor. John Kotarski took the lead on creating this draft. We all kind of collaborated on the information that's in this recommendation. There's a lot of facts that pertain to the state, but also local numbers in terms of jobs. And the idea was to present this to council at the last meeting. Additionally, I drafted a letter that was even a little bit more personal, speaking from a perspective, from the commission's perspective, and really asking city council to think broader about creating a permanent public art plan for the city of Ann Arbor. We used to have a % for art. The millage did not pass just under a decade ago. And so the Public Art Commission has been really just acting as an advisory board to different departments of the city that are interested in doing public art. We have members from the community that come to us seeking information. We manage the public art collection for the city of Ann Arbor. And Chris has been working on our website. So there is a bit more content for you, John and Jenna, if you haven't visited the Public Art Commission website, just to get a little more information about what we do. John Kotarski is excellent at sharing the history of the commission. He and I have had lots of coffee chats where he's really just, he's a wealth of information. He's, and Allison too, who has chaired this commission, you know, both very knowledgeable of kind of where the body has come from. And now we really just, we are kind of new spirited. We have some ideas of where we want to take the commission. And this to us, this piece of legislation, the fact that we could lose so much funding for the arts would affect the city of Ann Arbor dramatically. So Sarah Fuller, the vice chair, and I, we went to the last city council meeting, but we didn't sign up the proper way to get into the public comment. Just so you all know, you have to call between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. the day of the meeting in order to get on the public comment list. I've been told to call directly at 8 o'clock in the morning because it fills up very fast. So we were turned away, and that was kind of a bummer. We were very fired up. We had statements. We had a couple other people with us, and we were really ready to rally. So we're now seeing that the budget did not pass. The state of Michigan is presently, I think, has a provisional budget to keep the government open. So maybe this statement is still relevant. Chris, when is the next city council meeting?
Yeah, it should be, I believe. The next one is the 6th, and then there should be another one on October 20th.
Okay, so I have a conflict personally on the 6th. I would not be able to present at that meeting, but if anybody else is interested, this is a very well put together draft here. In addition to the letter that I wrote, I can share. It's not in the agenda tonight, But Deb Pollock, who is the former executive director of Creative Washtenaw, actually helped me draft it. So it is full of some just really good facts around how these funding cuts would affect Ann Arbor. So just putting that out there, if there's anybody that does feel passionate about this and wants to bend city council's ear, Monday, October 6th, calling 8 a.m. in the morning to get onto that list and then being present for the meeting right at the beginning. So we have some time here to discuss. Are there any thoughts or reactions to this this letter, or any thoughts that people think should we proceed? Should we pause? Should we pull back? What do folks think?
I was wondering, Cynthia, is there a way for you to bring this forward at that meeting as our liaison? I saw Cynthia just joined.
Yes, I would give
I
Cynthia
joined a
just
while ago. I was sitting in the waiting room or what have you. And I just had to walk away because my dog was barking about something.
No worries.
Sorry, there's a lot going on right now. What was your question?
So we drafted this letter for city council about how we're really wanting, you know, the state to support the arts and are discouraged by the potential of funding being cut, and wanted it to be shared at the next city council meeting, and wondered if you could, in your capacity, share it in some way.
Let me see if I can do that. Yep, just send it to me. And well, let's see, what is today? So I'm sorry, this is a letter that you're trying to.
You wouldn't have to read the whole letter.
Well, I wouldn't be reading it. I just for some reason, can you scroll? I'm just trying to. The top is cut off for some reason. So this is yeah. I'll see. I will see if I can add this to the agenda.
Great.
Okay.
That would be fabulous.
It's a statement basically giving some meat to why the arts are important and what it would affect the budget in Lansing, a local kind of take on it, so that it makes good business sense, not just warm and fuzzy art sense.
You should also email it to us, to City Council. I would do that tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, email it to us. So
Cynthia, is there's like one email that goes out to all council members, correct?
Yep, it's city. Let me, I don't want to give you the wrong, it's like city council. Let me pull it up. I don't use it often. So let me put it in the chat before the end of the meeting.
Perfect. Yeah, that's great.
Thanks.
Is there someone that would like to volunteer to send this to council members tonight, maybe with an introductory paragraph?
Well, should it come from Chris or from you, or?
Yeah, that's a good question. Chris, is this best coming from one of us?
It can. There's no specific reason. I can also send it, or someone from this commission can send it. It's not a big ask. So whatever you guys decide.
Christopher, why don't you send it out? How about
Yeah,
that?
not a problem.
Thank you.
Chris, is it too late to also include the other one-page letter that was drafted that has a little bit more specifics towards the city of Ann Arbor and the impact?
Are we referring to this letter?
How did you get that? I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. Yeah, that's the letter.
Okay.
Just
Yeah, I can.
Yes, I believe that's it. Yes, yeah, because I personalize it at the beginning. Correct. Okay. If you would like to include me on that as the chair on that email to council, I'd be happy to be on that email with you, Chris.
Yeah, not a problem.
Okay.
I'll send out the communication.
Wonderful. Appreciate it. Any other discussion around this type of
actually help the council and help our elected officials, speak with some sort of relevance about the issues impacting Ann Arbor. This is a good role for us to play. I think this should be well received, and we should continue to do it.
If everyone is okay with the language, I would recommend this body make a motion to recommend this letter and its contents to City Council as a recommendation item.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. That
All those in favor?
Oh,
What?
aye.
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 Opposed?
Hmm.
Okay, the motion passes. The next order of business, and we have a guest tonight, Paul Matthews. Thank you for joining us. Specifically to address winter maintenance of public art installations. I think specifically a roundabout installation, but I'll give the floor to Paul.
All right, yeah. Thank you for inviting me tonight. So I want to start with just by saying that that mural really turned out great. I think it looks really nice in the neighborhood there. So we took a look at the installation and evaluated it for winter maintenance. That is one of our, key intersections in that neighborhood and a route that's heavily traveled by children, as you know. So with that, we definitely treat that every single time it snows, whether it's salt only or plowing and salting. I think the best option for us is we plan to drill into the expansion joint, which is where that mountable curb meets the island where the painted surface is. And then we'll install 4-foot driveway markers. We use them kind of all over town on the bump outs and things. So our plan is to outline the entire island with those so that we can easily see it in the middle of the night or in a snowstorm, because curbs and things like that disappear in snowstorms. So they're hard for people to see. And you can even see some plow damage that's in that mountable curb already from, previous winter events. So we're going to do that. And then we will train our staff this winter when we do our snowplow operator training later this month. We'll make sure everybody's really aware of that location, what to do, how to avoid it, visual cues to look for, and we'll make sure that we avoid it with plow blades. I think the one issue we will have is there will be some salt that gets on that mural. It will be unavoidable just from bounce and scatter. And so we're going to do our best to keep salt off the surface. I think when I read about it, it looks like it's a pretty good material that was chosen, the Rust-Oleum stained concrete or concrete stain. The one thing that was recommended is that there would be a sealer or top coat applied to it. And I'm not sure if anyone on the call knows if that was done once the mural was completed.
Nice.
This is the Arbor White roundabout.
Very nice, very cheerful.
Beautiful.
There is talk of, even before the winter, going in and doing a little bit more maintenance on it. I think it's just going to be an annual project, but I do agree partnering with the city is going to be very helpful. A couple of the neighbors saw some of the street sweepers going over it with the textured blade, not blades, but the textured front that they have. So this is great. I think this is really great.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't expect them to be mounting up on top of the artwork. So we'll definitely have that discussion with them to stay off of the top. There really is no reason for us to go up there. So we'll definitely have that discussion with the street sweepers too, as well, to have them stay off the surface. But what we'll do is we'll have it outlined where the color meets the light gray. So that's where that expansion joint is, and that's where we'll apply the large markers. Well, they're not large, they're just tall. And so we'll do that around the perimeter, and we normally install those around the very end of October to the very beginning of November, because we tend to get large, heavy snow events early. And so we try to beat those. So we'll make sure that we get this installation outlined pretty early in our efforts to mark obstructions throughout the city.
Those, they're not quite bollards, right? Those are the ones that are flexible, that kind of flop over if people drive.
Yeah, they're thicker than a pencil, but they're
okay.
They're similar to the driveway markers that most plow companies use. Ours are just a larger, taller, fiberglass, heavier duty item that we can use from year to year.
That's really outstanding, Paul. We appreciate that so much. Your
Paul,
help on that.
Do you put them up in the winter and then take them down, or are they permanent?
Yeah, they're something we install at the very beginning of the year, and then we take them down.
Awesome.
So all of the little bump outs throughout town in neighborhoods, we place them along the grass in those locations too, just for a visual cue for plow drivers to know where a curb is when it snows.
Great.
Oh. Cynthia, are you okay?
I'm using my hand.
Oh no.
Yeah, but as if you heard some frustration, it was because I just had right as you were asking that question, I had a little bit of an accident here at home.
Oh
So
girl, please. Yeah, please. If you have to go, please.
so I may
Yeah.
I'm icing it. I may just have to go in listen only mode if you see me disappear.
Do. Take care of yourself, Cynthia.
Yeah.
Thanks for your understanding. Kind of a weird accident that just occurred.
They're the worst kind.
Yeah. So my apologies. Just I will get try to get that on the agenda. But if you
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Cynthia.
Okay.
Are there any other questions for Paul at this time, or any other thoughts that folks have? Are there any other public art projects that Paul could help with that folks also see maintenance being an issue with? Any other?
No, I
Thank
just
Paul
wanna-
for showing up.
Yeah, thanks for being here
Yeah,
and
really appreciate it.
Yeah, not a problem.
for troubleshooting and helping us figure out how this is going to work. I mean, I think the only other project that I would think is similar is the basketball courts, but I would assume they're not cleared during the winter, and so it's not the same kind of issue.
Yeah, I would agree. That would be a parks maintenance item, but I can certainly help to connect if I need to. But I do not believe that they clear any basketball courts in the winter.
I have one question, Paul.
Sure.
The dry cycle project. I get an email about every other year from the fellow that installed the pumps. And are the pumps working? Do you turn them on and off? Is there a problem? Are the lights working? Or are you familiar with it?
I don't think no, I'm not familiar with that one.
Okay. Is there any way we can, Christopher, can you get an update on do you know what the dry cycle project I'm talking about? It's at City Hall. It's a rain garden and it has some sculpture and lights and water and stuff like that. So
Yes.
if you could, I would appreciate it, because this guy just has got my name and he keeps asking.
Don't give him mine.
And yeah, right. So just, is it working as we expected? There are pumps that flow water around when there's water available. So it's really, it's not a fountain. It's a conceptual idea that it looks like a fountain even when there's not water flowing. That's very hard for people to understand, but there are pumps, and when there is water flowing, the pumps will flow over this piece of sculpture. And there are blinking lights that should blink whether there's water or not. So those two items, if you could find out for me and let me know, I can pass it along to this guy that emails me all the time.
Yeah, not a problem. For what it's worth, I did observe it around August or that it was working properly, but I'll circle back just to get a confirmation on that.
The water shouldn't be flowing in August. I'm surprised, but in any event, if you can just double check that it's doing that, I would appreciate it. Thanks, Christopher.
Yeah, not a problem.
I can give one update to the group. The manhole art project that you all worked on a long time ago now, the third and final manhole was printed this spring. So that is now being deployed throughout the community. And the father of that third artist actually came and he purchased one for his son to give him a full-size rendering of his art. So all three of those are out, and we you'll soon see that third design on all the new installations that went in this summer. So
One more follow-up, Paul, with that. Is there any way to map where those manhole covers with the art on them have been placed? Is there any way that we can do that?
yes, and I believe they should all be, we should have that in our GIS now, any art lid that was installed, which is what we use to attribute maps and locate things that have been put in. I can check and make sure that that carried through, but no matter what, we'll be able to tell you where they all are. I won't be able to tell you which design was used at each location, but we would in theory be able to say these are all art lids. We tried to put different versions around City Hall. I don't think we've substituted any of this third design into any of the storm lids there, but it's a good reminder for me to ask people to do that. So all three are kind of on the same campus.
This has been a project that we and hoped would be popular enough that we could have another sort of competition and get, my understanding is it doesn't cost the city one single penny if you provide a digital artwork makeup. And if that's true, then could we, my understanding is that you're about to finish this third tranche of lids. And could we maybe make a plan next year to have a competition? And do you consider it helpful? Do you like it? What do the employees think of it? What feedback do you get? Is this something we should continue?
I haven't heard feedback from staff necessarily. I think we like the lids and we like the designs. I don't know that the vendor would necessarily be up for free again, because they take each one of these is a casting, so storm, sewer, and sanitary. So they're now storing 9 castings for the city of Ann Arbor to run these every time. And we had to wait 2 to 3 years each time because they have to recoup their costs for castings and things. So I can check with them. I don't know what it would cost to make new castings, but I certainly think it makes our manhole structures stand out, and it was a fun community activity. So I can follow up with that and provide Chris some information from the vendor about what it would take, and kind of discuss logistics on their end.
Great. I was chair when they started this. And so what we got back from the vendor was exactly what you said. We can't do this every year, but if you can stretch it out for like 2 years, that's what it ended up being, is 2 years. So
Yeah.
if you can make an order for 2 years worth of lids, you can change that design because it's just digital for us. And that, we wouldn't want you to do it every year. So they agreed to 2 years. If they want to stretch it to 3, but whatever you can do to continue this program, I think it is in everyone's interest.
Sure.
John, how long has this program been going on, John or Paul? Like,
Well, it's 3, 4, 5 years. Allison, do you remember what year it started?
It was like 8 years ago.
8 years. Okay.
Eight.
So
We did
And
the
does,
call.
I come upon the manhole covers here and there, and I'm always nicely surprised. Does anybody have the 3 designs that were chosen and have been used, or no? Are they
The Ann Arbor Art Center ran the call, and so
okay?
I
So
think
they,
it's still on their website, the 3 designs.
oh, I'll go look.
there.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
And Paul Matthews has said that we're going to try to get a map. So if we can get a map that we can put on our website, it can say, look for this artwork around town. But
There's at least one of each design on our map of our public art design. Like,
excellent.
yeah.
Here, I believe I found them. Paul, am I correct? Are
Yep,
these
that's
Oh,
the?
yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's in the center, and then around them, it's where they say like sewer, etc.
Yeah,
I
they say
would just
Ann
say-
Arbor, sewer,
Yeah.
storm, or water.
Right. I would say, Paul, we're all very obviously excited about this project. It went really well. It was a great way to highlight the city and include artists. And I think it was kind of like a simple concept for people to wrap their brain around as far as public art goes. So we'd love to see it happen again. And if we can support that in any way, let us know.
Okay. I will.
Right.
Thank you.
Thanks for pulling those up, Chris.
No problem. Okay.
Great. Well, thank you for your time,
Thank you,
Paul.
Paul.
Appreciate you. You're welcome back,
Thank you.
anytime.
Sure.
Thank you.
All right, I gotta plug my computer in. I think before I lose you guys, next is staff communications from Christopher.
Yeah. So the main thing I would like to kind of introduce, I've made some updates to the Public Art Commission website. Nothing too drastic, but mainly I wanted to ensure that most of the information that this commission has is rarely available via Legistar. So all the meeting minutes and agenda are published. I backtracked some of them, and I think up to now we should be fully in compliance. So all of our meeting minutes and agendas can be found online. And then we have some information about the newly established public art commissions at a2gov.org. This will be a space where people who wish to provide public comments in the form of emails can send out emails to public art commissions at a2gov.org. The only thing that's being redacted is information pertaining to individuals' private information, particularly contact information, stuff like your residential address and phone numbers, which tends to be information that people have as the signatures in the bottom of their emails. That information typically gets redacted for privacy reasons. But other than that, any email that gets sent to the public art commissions will be available. And I would attach it to your agenda as public comments. So in case I get any email or I think there's any information that this entire commission would benefit, you can send it to this email, and then I can make it available to the general public. Then I also have my contact information in case anybody wants to reach out. As far as I know, we only have one Instagram page. The link will take you directly to that page. We have the Zoom meeting information here. You can just, in the event that anyone wants to join, they can just click on the link and it will take you directly to this webinar. The Golden Paintbrush Award, I do have some very good updates. Last time I checked, we were at 15 nominations. That's 15, yeah, which is a good progress from our previous number, which I believe we were at maybe 3. So the deadline for that was today. So with that said, I think sometime probably by November I'll be bringing this the 2025 Golden Paintbrush Award to this commission, so that you guys can speak about it and nominate someone for the award. And then we are currently uh, in the process of updating the virtual art tour. This was something that was established by my previous predecessors. The goal is to update this with the current um, public art. So if you stumble upon any specific projects that you believe should be added, please send me an email. I think I have a good understanding on what's missing, but then again, in case I'm not, please feel free to reach out to me. This will likely be updated within the next months. I'm working with IT to make sure that the virtual tour is up to date and working as it should be. And yeah, there's some information about how to get involved. Our public art commissioners are here, and all the reference material, such as ordinance, bylaws, and annual report, can be found all the way at the bottom. So yeah, up at this time, those are the most notable updates that I have. And yeah,
Well, 3 cheers
Great.
for you, Chris.
Yeah,
I feel
thank you so
I feel
much.
so organized.
You look so
That looks
official.
wonderful.
It's really great.
I have a question regarding the paintbrush award, Golden Paintbrush Award. Christopher, is that being handled by a work group? It used to be there was a group of commissioners that reviewed all of this stuff and then kind of brought it with recommendations. Is that going to be the case this year? Or
Yeah, I'll have to circle back with our communications team. They were initially the ones that started this program, so I'll have to circle back as to what is the expectation. But as far as I'm aware, the nominations will go back to this commission, and then this commission will ultimately select a nominee. But
Well, I think, yeah, I think we have,
I'll find some more information as to the specific details of the process.
yeah, okay. And maybe we can meet too, Christopher, because I know 2 years ago when we did this, we had an actually outside jury panel that reviewed all the entries and then brought them to the commission.
Yeah, I
So-
think you guys picked like a group of art folks.
Art people from the community. So maybe that is our, the work group or special projects. You can go back to your source and then maybe the special projects group can meet.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, not a problem. One
wonder-
thing that
Talking about the Golden Paintbrush Award, I wonder if it makes sense on our website or to link to a list of all the winners.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
past
Maybe
winners?
past winners and then maybe even an image of the art.
Exactly.
yeah, I
That'd be
can
great.
I can definitely work towards making something like that.
I can't remember what the deadline is that we were gonna present the winners at city council. Is that in the new year? So do we have a bit of time here? I don't have that information in front of me, but it is spelled out. Like, I don't know, do we need to move quickly on this or do we have some time? I guess that's what I'm asking.
I think we have time.
Yeah.
Find a small agenda at city council so that it can be prominent.
Yeah, okay.
And just let the nominees know that this is a process that's going to take place, and I would like to see it be a big deal at city council that you know, a party kind of thing.
Sounds good.
Oh, and one last thing, I did hear back from City Council. I'm sorry, not City Council, the City Clerk's office regarding the working groups. I remember last time we had some concerns regarding working groups and whether or not they would have to be made available to the public or not. That distinction is made whether or not you guys have three. So per your bylaws, if you have three or more members, you have full quorum. For if you do not wish to make your working groups public, then you cannot have quorum in those working groups. So those working groups cannot be made out of three or more members. So for working groups, if the hope of this commission is to continue meeting in people's private residence, then those working groups cannot have a quorum. That was the direction I was provided by City Council, by City
Three
Clerk's
or
office.
less, 3 or less is okay, right?
Two or less.
So 2 or less, correct. 2 or less is correct.
Oh.
3 or more is not okay, and will require a formal for this to be treated as a formal subcommittee, because per your bylaws there is no clear distinction for staff of what of the differences between bylaws and working groups. I'm sorry. I am stuttering today.
Committees and working.
There's no distinction per your bylaws of subcommittee and working groups. I would advise that now that we're ending the year, that might be something that this commission would like to kind of make a little bit more clear, the distinction surrounded those working groups in your bylaws. You guys are more than welcome to do that.
And my understanding, Christopher, you said in our home, because our home is not a public place. But
Correct.
the group could meet online just fine, 3 members,
Correct.
4 members,
Yes.
as long as
Yes.
it's published ahead of time and all that sort of thing. But
Correct.
we couldn't have people over to our house physically because
No.
that's not a public place.
Correct. Yeah. So essentially, last time we met, I kind of got the sense that there were some commissions or some working groups that were happening within people's private residency. So if you guys want to continue doing that, you cannot have quorum. If you have quorum, they have to be made publicly available.
And I'm sorry, 3 people is quorum? There's so many of us. How is 3 people quorum?
Yes, I believe that was in your bylaws, but here, let me pull
Yeah,
pull them
I was
up.
gonna say, can you?
Yeah, of course.
So we could potentially change the bylaws to increase the number of quorum, because I feel like this is a very limiting feature for us. Typically, when we've met as working groups, there's at least 3 of us, and sometimes 4. So, and then my other question is, can you just explain the protocol for making it public if we are to have quorum or more?
Yeah, just bear with me one second.
Of course.
As in,
I think a quorum is a majority. I'm not sure. And maybe because the commission shrunk, but now we've enlarged, so we have more members. So maybe a quorum is larger. And we could get around that merely by going online. It's the idea is your home is not open to the public, so therefore you can.
Oh, but I think it's more than that. I think it not only has to be online, it has to be a public link and it has to be posted within, I think I don't know, a certain
And
amount
then-
of time.
And
beforehand.
Probably
recorded.
CTN has to be involved as well. Would it have to be then recorded and published?
Wouldn't have to be recorded. It has to be published, I think. I think the agenda has to be published and the availability. So
Live.
someone has to be able to get into it. Into the meeting
Yeah.
has to be public.
Yeah,
So
five.
just a quick
So,
correction, I was mistaken. It's 5 members. So
yeah. So I think we're good. I think we've tried
Yeah.
to keep our working groups to 4 or less because of this rule.
Okay, good. All right, so we're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can meet at the pub
Yes.
like
All
we
right.
were. Yeah. Okay, so quorum is 5. So our working groups,
4 less than 5. 5 requires
less than 5, correct.
less than 5.
Okay, the
I
next
guess just
item,
for
yeah.
knowledge though, if we did want to have a working group with 5 or more people, how would we do that, Chris? Like,
Yeah, of course. So, um, let's say you guys want to make a specific working group and ensure that that working group is readily available to the public. I was instructed that we need to provide notice of 48 hours ahead of the meeting time. Notice can be published by me using Legistar and updating it in our public art commission website. I can provide further information on that, but essentially, let's say you have a working group, you want to make it public, you would send me an email saying, "Hey Chris, today is Monday. We would like to host a working group on Wednesday or Thursday," and then as long as the meeting notice is published within 48 hours, then we should be good to go.
And do you post the link for that meeting, or I mean, who does that?
Yeah. So I can be present during if needed during those meetings where I will facilitate ensuring that similar to how this meeting is run, ensuring that it is publicized and recorded. Or again, you guys can also just do the same thing that I'm doing. Uh, if you wish, you can host the meeting and just make sure that you provide me with the meeting information so that I can make sure the general public can access the meeting.
does it have to be a certain format like Zoom, or could we do Google Meet or any type of?
I believe it historically has been done using Zoom.
I'm
Now,
not sure you can record with Google Meet anyways.
yeah, I would advise that if you guys are gonna go that route, stay on Zoom, and or if you can also meet in person too. You just have to provide the location and ensure that it is a public space. But yeah.
And take minutes. There has to be some kind of documentation. Could be just 3 sentences, could be the minutes, but that's recording gets around that this is the minutes of the meeting. But if you have to say
Yeah.
agenda and what minutes.
The working group or subcommittee does not require the creation of agenda or meeting minutes. It just needs to be available to the public. So you guys can have the meeting, but there's no expectation that that meeting will have an agenda or meeting minutes similar to the way the larger art commission meetings have them.
Cool.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thanks.
Yeah, not a problem.
Next is commission member communications. Is that just updates from personal updates from commissioners, or?
Yeah, so the commission members communication, this is just and if any commission member is also a part of a different commission that would like to provide updates, they can be personal or geared towards the larger public art efforts. But this is just a space for you as commission members to provide any communication you would like to express to the general public.
Okay, does anybody have any general communications that they would like to express to the general public?
I can share a couple of things coming up that we're doing involved with. So the Guild of Artists and Artisans is putting on our last outdoor art fair of the year next weekend, A2 Arttoberfest. It's on 4th
Cool.
Avenue and Ann. So come on out Saturday 10 to 6 and Sunday 10 to 4. Should be a lovely day with 90 artists, some food and beverages. We're partnering with the City of Ann Arbor's Sustainability Office and Bold Reuse to use reusable cups at our bar area. So you can drink out of a reusable cup and throw that in a recycling bin that they'll take it and clean it and use it at another event. That's something cool we're doing at the event. So I hope you all come out and enjoy that event. And we're also putting on our third fundraiser, which helps keep the Ann Arbor Summer Art Fair free to the public, as well as fees low for our artists who participate at those events. This is going to take place on November 1st. It is a boozy brunch at the Ypsilanti Freight House. We're going to have potters doing a throw off, and there'll be raffle prizes, a silent auction. You can win art making activities or art itself. There's going to be Ann Arbor Stilling Bloody Mary bar, some mimosas, food from lots of local places. So I hope you guys will join me at that as well.
That could be a fun place to get all the commissioners together.
Yeah.
Or
I'll
maybe
send you guys the link.
I don't know if the October Fest Arttober is too
Yes.
soon, but that sounds really fun.
All good things. I'll be at the bar if anyone wants to come see me at Arttoberfest.
Wonderful. Anybody else have event or art updates in general? Anything coming from you, John or Jenna? Anything?
Not currently.
I'll just
Thanks for
get two
asking
more
me.
shout outs. There's 2 openings on Friday, gallery openings on Friday in Carytown area. So the Gutman Gallery is having its youth art exhibition opening of Sounds. So we have a bunch of youth art up in the gallery that's over on 4th Avenue. And then there's a new gallery, which I just found out about today. I'm going to say the wrong name. I want to say it's called Catalyst, but that's not what they're called. Let me look it up. They're opening on 307 North Main Street, and it's 2 University of Michigan alumni are opening that up. It's called Cluster. It's so a new gallery
Nice.
that's opening up on Main Street, right next to where the Ann Arbor Community Foundation offices are, across from the gas station there. So 2 openings tomorrow night, and not tomorrow. It's only Wednesday. Friday night.
You're like, TJF, please.
That's the kind of day I had today. Friday night in Ann Arbor. So if you guys want to check those out, I'll be there.
Heck yeah. Follow Allison for fun.
Yeah.
One of the groups that I'm involved with is Embracing Our Differences of Michigan. And they're the group that sponsors the big banners at the corner of Getty's and Huron Parkway. And if you haven't been out to see the banners, they're pretty amazing. The beginning of July, they were taken down with the storm. That it was a really freaky thing. There was a storm that went through Ann Arbor, didn't really cause much damage, but really kind of twisted and anyway, took the banners down for about a month. But they're back up and they'll be up till the end of October. So they do offer tours if you go to their website and you have a group, you want to take a group and do a walking tour through. And, it's in Gallup Park. This is a beautiful time of year to visit Gallup Park. So you can just walk through on your own. They're very thought-provoking and I think well done. So take a little walk out there.
They're right by the Canoe Imagine, like around the corner from the Canoe Imagine fan
Yeah.
sculpture. So if you want to go see some of our public art collection and then go see that.
Banners,
go.
yeah, cool.
Okay, last call for commission member updates. Next, we have reports from working groups. So John and Jenna, right now we have 5 working groups. We have a capital improvement project working group, a communications and outreach, fundraising, nominations and leadership review, and special projects. Any updates from any of those 5 working groups? Or maybe we could just go through them and just explain what each one does. So if there's anybody from the capital improvement work group that would like, that's Sarah Fuller, Allison, myself, and then we have a non-voting member.
David Issa.
Right.
So the capital improvement projects working group, we review the CIP list, capital improvement projects that the city puts together every year, and identify projects that we think should have art enhancements, so to speak. So a recent one, I think all the housing commission ones have been tagged to have public art involved in them. And I was just hearing recently that I think the project that you're really involved in, Jamal, they're gonna have some public art as part of that project. So that's actually going to come to fruition. So I would say more recently than in the past, our recommendations are actually happening. The city is taking our recommendations and making them a part of their projects. This is the only way right now we can make public art happen directly. We don't have our own budget, so we just say basically this is the budget, city's budget, and this is where it's spending its money on all of these projects, and these are the projects that we think should have money allocated towards public art projects as part of the projects. So generally they're enhancements as opposed to like an add-on, but sometimes they are just an add-on. Like I think the fire station project that's coming online right now, they're just doing a call for art, and it's going to be something on the facade, or it could be a sculpture or something that they're doing with the piece, as opposed to like having an extra design on a fence or something like that. So that's what we do, is we review the projects that come online every year and say, yeah, these ones should have enhancements or shouldn't. We generally recommend a 1% allocation towards the enhancement, which is just based off of what the percent for art was previously. And so one of the documents that Chris added to our website is all of our current recommendations. So you can see that there. And we work with one of the city staff people to actually have all of our recommendations, then they're put into their system, so that behind the scenes that the city folks, when they like a project comes online, they see that it's been recommended for an art enhancement, what that budget is, and they kind of flag that it's going forward or not. And sometimes we're involved as it goes forward, because they come to this meeting and talk to us about it like they did with the fire station. And sometimes they just make it happen. So that's one of the things that we're kind of hoping to be more involved, so we can provide our expertise, because I think we have a wealth of it here. But I'm just happy that when it happens. So that's kind of what we do. It's a annual thing. So the CIP already came out previously, and we made recommendations, and we're kind of like done. Our group doesn't really do anything in the interim.
When would you be meeting again? Would that be in 2026?
The last time we met, there was snow on the ground. I don't know, Chris, when is the next CIP list coming out? Is it like January or February?
Yeah, so I would say probably January would be a good time to revisit the new active CIP list and see which capital projects qualify for some sort of public art integration.
Great.
And there is room on that working group if I believe there's room on all of these working groups moving forward, if anything sounds interesting to either of you, John or Jenna. Jamal, can you speak a little bit to the communications work group?
Communications is kind of like our outreach, utilizing social media. So we just started a new Instagram, which I believe Chris tagged on the website. So not a lot there yet, but we can use our social media outlets to get the word out. One area I know I want to step up in that I have yet to is our connection with youth artists and potentially getting young people part of as non-voting members, part of the Ann Arbor Public Art Commission. So connecting with youth artists is part of communications. Yeah, just building relationships in general with artists in and around Ann Arbor. So Allison mentioned one of the projects that I'm connected to, which is the Dunbar Tower, which is getting built pretty fast down there on 4th and Catherine. We will have a bunch of artists, public art in and around the building. So as that develops, I hope to be liaison for this group and those artists in some way to just stay updated on what's going on there. Yeah, am I missing anything? Anybody?
That sounds great. I mean, you helped get the word out for the Golden Paintbrush Award, you know, in using social media. And Jamal did send out the Instagram email and password to all of us, and so that we can all participate in posting. So we can share that out with our new members, our new commissioners. Thank you, Jamal. The fundraising work group has been working on a mini grant concept. We have been notified about a year ago that we are able to draw from the interest of an account that is at the Ann Arbor Community Foundation. It is, Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, it's a city foundation account. Is that correct?
Endowment.
Thank you. It's an endowment. Okay. And we have a little bit of bank. We have about 27,000 of unspent dollars. And for a few months now, we've been actively meeting. The fundraising work group has been actively meeting to design a mini grant program. Right now it's under review through the city attorney's office, looking at the feasibility of it, you know, how it would be managed, what the role of the commissioners would be, what the process would be for getting the call out. So it's still at the very early stages, but it's an exciting new arm of the Public Art Commission that every year we would have money available to bring in more public art to Ann Arbor, to collaborate with local artists, and just to help the Public Art Commission be more seen, and the city of Ann Arbor being more active in supporting public art. So there's a lot of wins there. Now, for years, we have not had any funding. So it's pretty exciting that we can kind of move forward with this. So we have a little bit of extra money now, but then every year we'd have an additional 5,000 to grant. So there is lots of space on the fundraising work group. And I think especially when we do get the mini grant kicked off, we will need some dedicated commissioners to help manage that in some way when we learn more about what our roles will be. Nominations and leadership, really like reviewing the applications that had come in, selecting the new commissioners. You know, we went through that process, and looks like it works. Looks like that process works. So we're happy you're here. And it's 9 members, Chris, is our maximum amount. Is that correct? 9 or
Here, just 1 second.
yeah, take your time. You can report back too, no problem. And then finally, we have the special projects work group. And that one has the golden paintbrush, the city flag. Does anybody else want to speak a little bit more about that? We've got Jamal, Peggy, Jamal and Peggy are the only two active members on that right now. You're muted, Peggy.
Use
Oh, there
some
you
more
go.
people. We could use some more people. So yeah, basically we take project that maybe usually the city comes to us with an idea. Although the golden paintbrush, I think, originated with our commission, didn't it, John? John can speak to the history of it. And then we reintroduced it a few years ago. We advertise that it's every other year, and the public can nominate a public art or something that they think is, I don't know, worthy of recognition. And so then we have this juried competition, and they receive an award at City Hall, the group that's in charge that wins. So yeah, it's pretty cool. They're very specific projects. And yes, we did the city flag design. We ran a contest where citizens in the community could enter designs for that. Previous to that, yeah, we did the I voted stickers. So they're very like specific projects, but I think they're meant to like engage the community in public art. Yeah.
Thanks, Peggy.
Sure.
So that kind of wraps up the 5 working groups. And any other thoughts around that? Before we move on? So we're
Very
nearing
quickly,
yeah.
the max number is 9 currently per your bylaws. That can change according to you guys.
Does that mean we have one opening?
No, that means that you guys are fully at capacity. Councilmember Harrison does
Sarah's
not
not here.
count as a commission member. She's technically a non-voting member.
And
Who-
Sarah's not here.
Who?
Sarah's not here.
I'm sorry, yes, Sarah.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
was just gonna ask, so for the working groups, I mean, they all sound interesting. I definitely want to join at least one, but how do I just say I'm interested in this one and okay. Okay.
Exactly.
Tell Mary. Tell Mary what you want to join and she'll connect you.
Okay, cool.
Well, and let us know if you have other questions or want to hear more about them.
Yeah, sounds great.
Are there any working groups that feel like they need to meet in October? Is there anything pressing that that needs to be moved forward right now with any of the working groups?
Well, I was going to contact Christopher. I kind of feel like we need to move forward with the golden paintbrush because we need to get judges in place and we need to go over all the criteria for that. So, I mean, it's not a rush, but I think we have to have the winners of the golden paintbrush. And I think there's usually 2 or 3. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chris. We have to have those names come forward in the new year. So I think we need to meet. Do you feel that way, Chris and Jamal? You can maybe Zoom or something. Okay. And if either of the new commissioners would like to join us, we'd love to have you.
They're thinking about it, Peggy. Don't pressure.
I know, no pressure.
Yeah.
Also, Jamal, not.
By the end of the year, we should be good. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Chris.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I was just saying, as long as we submit the nomination by end of year, I think we should be good. So either January, but I would say probably within the next 3 months, we should work towards getting the nomination, and we can make it publicly known on January or December. But yeah, that's kind of the timeline that I'm expecting.
I was gonna say, not to put more on your plate, Jamal, but low-hanging fruit for the Instagram would be just literally like taking the pictures and the descriptions from our public art tour and posting those like every once in a while.
Randomly, yeah.
Okay, well, we're nearing the end of our meeting. And this final item here before we adjourn is if any commissioners have any items for the next agenda, anything that we want to carry over, anything new business. Okay, so Chris, do we have a meeting scheduled for this Friday for you, Sarah and I? Oh, Cynthia has her hand raised.
Yeah, I just want to share. My finger is not broken. It's
Oh,
likely
good, good.
my right hand.
Okay.
It's my, you know, it's yeah, I think I would be in a lot more pain.
Oh,
It's
girl.
painful, but yeah, so it's just swollen. I'm still icing it. So thank you all for your understanding.
Of
Yeah, no
course,
problem.
of course. I'm sorry that
Happy to hear
happened.
it's not broken.
Oh,
Yes.
say that again. What'd you
I was
say?
just saying, happy to hear it's not broken.
Yes, yes, me too, me too. So thank you all for a great meeting tonight.
Yeah, thank you. I agree. Thank you everyone for a great meeting tonight. Chris, do we have a meeting this Friday to discuss the agenda? Is that, or we haven't scheduled anything, or?
Uh, I'm- I don't think we have an active meeting, but I can put one up. Yeah.
Or we can survey Sarah and myself and figure out when we can get that next agenda going. I'm
Sounds good.
available. Oh, okay, very good. All right, well, thank you everybody for your time. It was a pleasure meeting you, John and Jenna. We look forward to getting to know you more and hearing your voices more. And if there isn't anything else, I would like to adjourn tonight's meeting.
So move.
So moved. John, thank you. Second by Allison. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. I don't see any nays. You all are wonderful humans. Thank you for your time, and carry on. Make art, not war.
Thank you all. Thanks for having
Bye.
me.
All right. Good night, everybody.